Hi guys, welcome to the JKT Radio Podcast, episode 95. I am your hostess with the mostest, Kira or Bun or Muffa Bun, or you know what? I don't have a name anymore. I'm nameless. I'm a timeless entity of nothingness. But I'm also a salad dressing, and I'm going to be a French salad dressing. Nice and orange and tasty. And I'm joined by my others. Hi, Lemon.
Ah, hi, Lemon.
Lemon. That's not a salad dressing. I'm joined by my other salad dressings, Chris.
Thousand Island.
Damn it.
McBride.
Caesar.
And Devin.
Come on.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna be.
Come on.
I'm gonna be an avocado lime. Thanks.
Why is Devin the most creative
Because I was
with the
specifically
salad dressing?
I don't have time to pull up Google, and I was specifically avoiding ranch.
Your phone is right beside you.
Yes, but
I
I'm the
know.
first one to go.
Chris doesn't have time. Chris has to think of it
This
like
is true.
immediately.
I had Thousand
And I
Island
am
lined up.
I
See,
know.
the only thing I could think of
Island.
at first was ranch. I'm like, I'm not doing ranch. I'm not a basic bitch.
I know.
You all say French for Devin.
This is funny because
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
we
really.
say ranch. I say ranch for Devin.
It's funny because I actually really like ranch, but no, I was like, oh, I'm gonna look it up, and like the second one there was avocado lime, and I'm like, I can meme this.
Don't get me wrong. I like ranch, but I didn't want
Ranch
to
is
do.
good.
Ranch
I
is
just,
good.
I just
Ranch is
didn't want to
good.
be the basic bitch. That's Devin's
I'm
job.
Yep, exactly.
Basic wipe. Lemon, I know you're there and I love you to bits. But please stop.
Nope.
Please stop. Please
Some
stop.
help.
Aw.
Okay.
Send help.
Send help. Send help. Send me someone who can force feed my lizard and make her eat.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about that.
So she finally ate something for the first time in 1 week.
Oh,
Oh.
A few hours ago.
Yeah.
She wouldn't. Like, I have crunchy bits, which they're not called crunchy bits in real life. They're just like, they're bearded dragon pellets.
But she likes them.
They're her favorite. And I usually give her 2 or 3 a day to supplement because she's not a big fan of fruits and veggies.
Makes sense.
Except the ones that she's not allowed to have a lot of.
Of course.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like blueberries. Blueberries are her favorite. All hail blueberries. If I have a container of blueberries, she would eat them all if she could.
Oh my god.
Blubberries.
So it's gotten to the... But also she refuses to eat frozen fruit.
Makes
It has to be
sense.
fresh fruit. So, fuck.
She's so
Pickiest
picky.
bearded dragon I've ever owned. She won't take live crickets anymore.
Oh dear.
To the point where I walked in the pet store a few days ago because my light bulb ran out
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have a spare. And the guys who work there, you need crickets? I'm like, she hasn't been eating them. I'm going to go look through your aisle and see what I can find that she will hopefully eat.
There are sometimes you'll get the vacuum sealed dubia roaches.
I was looking at those.
They're not super common, but they're actually the best feeder insect. It's just that you can't really get. They're illegal in Canada, like the live ones. So it's the best.
No,
can
they
get.
aren't.
Dubia roaches are illegal in Canada.
You can still order them.
Not legally.
Amazon still sends them to Canada.
They shouldn't. Dubia
I
roaches
know.
are illegal in Canada.
Yeah, I know. Also, I'm not allowed to have them in my house anyway. Grandma refused.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can get like the
I did
freeze-dried
see
ones,
them.
or little-
I did see them in the store, but for now, I bought a freeze-dried crickets.
Oh, that might work.
Like a whole. I got a little jar. She's eaten none.
Oh.
There's a little pile on her pedestal. But I took her out today. I sat her here on my desk, and I gave her there was 2 crickets and 3 crunchy bits on my desk with me. I even picked out her favorite color ones.
Nice.
I don't know why she likes the red ones best, but she likes the red ones best.
They taste better, apparently.
I think it's. I think it's she can see them better.
Also that.
I think that's why, because I usually have like yellow and blue and black sand.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just the red stands out more, I guess.
Yeah.
She wouldn't eat them here. On my desk.
In front of your
So
salad.
no, she kept trying to crawl towards my microphone, which is kind of funny.
No.
She wants to be on the podcast.
I was talking. I had the camera on the laptop on, and I was talking to someone on a call because they didn't know I had a lizard, literally to the left of the camera behind me.
Oh jeez.
Well, they see Lemon constantly. They see my cat constantly.
Yep.
They even see Miss Keisha.
Right.
Keisha.
Miss Keisha.
When
Oh, no,
she's
I'm
not
just
fucking dead. Wait,
Oh my
is that
gosh,
what
that's
she's
me.
named after?
No, we got her, and her name is Keisha.
Oh.
But she might have
sad.
been named after it.
I don't think so. That's like she's like 7 now. Cause she's 8 now. Snowcloud's 5.
Snow
And
Claus
she
the
was
same
3
age
or
as
4.
Kiki.
Yeah. And Keisha was 3 or 4 when we got Snowcloud. Because Lemon just turned 4, not long ago.
God, Lemon's a lady now.
No, she's a dumbass.
Cute.
She can be a dumbass and a lady.
It's a lady, dumbass.
Cue the Tom Jones song.
Did you say Sir Lady Dumbass?
I did. I realized what I said. I was hoping it would go unnoticed. Apparently not.
So, lady
was
of
not.
House Dumbass.
I was like, hold on a second.
It's the house in Dune that they don't talk about very much.
Sir Lady.
There's House Atreides, House Harkonnen, and House Dumbass.
No. House Lady
Captain-
Dumbass.
Sir Lady of House
Lady
Dumbass.
dumb.
Yes, there we go.
Lemon, I love you.
So stupid.
He's lying down on the floor beside me.
We need to create like a Daenerys Targaryen length like name like title
No, let's not do that.
for Lemon, just like sniffer of balls.
No.
Please not.
Yeah, time to
And
stop.
that's it. Yep.
That's where we end.
Thanks for sticking around. This was.
Bye.
Bye.
I will admit the amount of names I have for Lemon are mostly fully insults.
Of course.
Yeah.
But they're
It's like-
affectionate. It's like dumbass.
They're affectionate.
Yeah.
Positive.
Dumbass. Captain Dipshit.
Positive.
Queen of the Smooth Brains.
as opposed to derogatory.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen a movie called A Fish Called Wanda.
Yep.
Is that related to
No.
Streetcar Named Desire?
It is not.
No.
But there's
Sorry, that was just a
there's
weird
a
joke.
great bit where there's a character who's like profoundly stupid, but he really doesn't like when people call
he
him
do?
stupid. And so Jamie Lee Curtis calls him stupid. He just goes, "Don't call me stupid." And she turns around and she just goes, "Right, because to call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people."
That's rough.
Oh. Ouch.
Yep.
But also true.
Hot
Ouch.
diggity damn.
Oh, hot damn.
I have been.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, you've been playing Animal Crossing, so has every other extreme Animal Crossing fan.
I'm not even extreme Animal Crossing. It's just I hadn't played it in a while.
How many
and I'm
hours you
like,
got in Animal Crossing? How many hours?
I don't
you
know.
got in
I'm
Animal
busy playing
Crossing?
right now, and I don't want to pull it out. I don't want to close it to open it.
Let me just open my Switch and check how many hours you have on Animal Crossing.
Wait,
Is
you
that
can
do
something I can
that?
do? Yep.
Oh no, I'm about to be called out.
You are about to be called out. Let me just go Muffin Buns page.
I'm probably not even that many.
Friends list, Chris played for 715 hours or more.
My-
That's not that bad.
God.
That's not even that bad. I have
Or
like 15,000
more.
on Sims, so.
Yeah, but to be
Jesus.
fair, on Sims, you're not allowed to close it because your computer has an aneurysm.
What I've learned is that as long as I save, I can close it in Task Manager. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
I mean, I can close it normally. It takes a while, so I just don't. Besides which, it takes forever to open again, so I just don't close it because why? I'm just gonna open it again.
Point in case. That's why you have so many hours in Sims.
I mean,
Then again, I don't want to know how many hours I have currently in Ark after what I started
That
playing
is
2 months
true.
ago.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It is funny.
I'm
I'll
gonna look
just
up.
be working away and I just see the little pop up in the corner and it's just like Muffin Bun is playing Ark.
Like, when isn't she?
I was like, yeah.
I'm not one to talk, but you know what? I'm going to anyways.
Oh.
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 Okay. Oh, I opened my Steam and a lot of pop-ups just happened.
Ah, yes.
So what I think happened is,
Oops, I forgot.
I'd have to figure out. I have people that are on my children's list. I say in quotes because Steam allows you to share your library with your quote-unquote family.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So I have a few people that are. I have 2 that are on there, and I think one just removed themselves.
Oh.
I only have 190 hours in Arc.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not even that
okay. That's not
much.
bad at all.
That's not crazy.
I've only been
Them's
playing it for
rookie
2 months.
numbers.
Yeah. But you know what? You tell my level 235 Baryonyx that.
Yeah, see, I have no intention of playing Ark. I don't even really know what it is about except dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Just dinosaurs.
That's about all I know about it.
Dinosaurs. And guns.
Okay, that gives me more questions.
I mean, just Jurassic Park.
And me
But with-
me finding every single dinosaur and making sure they're orange and purple and naming them MF something.
I assume the MF because motherfucking
The other-
fun.
No, that's Muffa Bun. But yes, motherfucking Bun.
Makes
My cult
sense.
continues.
Of course, as always. How could it end?
Yes, because I now have other people looking for these colored dinosaurs for me
Oh
without
my-
me asking.
Okay, that's just kind
They
of
just-
great though.
I love it. I love it so much. I did nothing.
You just
It's just I
exist.
come back on. I get a message going, I found you an MF wolf. It's orange back with it's a purple back with orange legs. I'm like, all right.
Send it
Nice.
to me.
Nice. Send
love
it
it.
my way.
And then I just get another message from like, it's already tamed. It's in the base. I gave it a ghost costume. I'm like, all right.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You don't
I
even
named it
have to
MF
do
Dog.
anything.
I'm like, I love it.
You really don't even have to do
I love it.
anything.
I do nothing. How I play, because we play Ark as a group, how I play Ark, I don't, once we get to a certain point in the game, I don't leave the base. I live in the base. I do not leave the base. I just sit there and I breed dinosaurs and I do not leave.
That's kind
I
of
don't
amazing.
leave. The most I leave is we've run out of food for all the dinosaurs, so I walk out to grab, like, kill one brontosaurus and I walk back inside and I don't leave.
Food here.
Your base is like the Wonka factory. Nobody ever goes in.
Nobody ever comes out.
Nobody ever comes out.
Everybody else leaves. Everybody comes out. I log on and there's like 4 new dinos. I'm like, I didn't put these here, but I can breed them now.
It's like,
More for the harem.
It's funny because I actually just realized I actually have Ark myself.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I got it. It's still in the plastic because I got it from like a
Oh,
person
God.
that knows my family that doesn't really know me.
Ah,
That's
That just
fair.
like got me a gift, and I'm like, oh, this is very nice of you. But I just haven't
I will
really.
never play it.
Well, no, I've considered playing it as just the other things, and playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the like 1,000th time, or
Yeah,
playing
when are
Mass
you-
Effect.
When are you ever gonna go back to
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
At this point,
Probably
probably not.
yeah. Good call.
I think I got about past the prologue, and
That
it
was
was.
enough.
We're done.
And I think
Done.
I started doing a couple missions, but then it like, I think actually to in my defense, it actually did start like just booting me
Crashing,
out,
yeah.
crashing
Oh,
repeatedly. And I was like on like the PS4 Pro, like the more high end PlayStation, and it was just.
No, didn't you get it for the PlayStation 5 actually?
No.
Well, there's technically no PlayStation 5 version. You can play it on
Oh.
the PlayStation 5. I haven't done it since getting the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, like it's
ironically.
compatible for PS5, but it didn't technically come out for it.
Yeah, I know
I'm out.
they are working on a PS5 update because they're doing a PS5 update for this and for The Witcher 3, and I'm definitely down for the Witcher 3 update because apparently they're going to add in a bunch of the Netflix armor sets
Ooh.
into the
okay.
game, and I'm like, yes, I can look like Henry Cavill even though I don't want to look like Henry Cavill
Fair enough.
for some reason because
Also, season
Henry.
2 is coming somehow.
Sorry. Oh, so yeah, because that's coming out in December. And thing is though, it's been so long since I watched the first season that I'm like, okay, right, I have to like, divide my memories of playing the game and watching the show, because there it's like.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people got like really upset over The Witcher because like they didn't understand it because it was more like the books in that it followed a really obscure timeline or
because
something.
because basically, like, I don't know if either of you guys watched the first season of The Witcher on Netflix.
I have not
Nope.
yet.
But the way it works, it's interesting, but it's a very strange structure in that it follows the three characters. So it follows the Henry Cavill character, the young girl,
Siri.
and the hot witch lady.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. It's
Yennefer.
It's Yennefer. And it's basically
It's Yennefer.
Yeah, it's basically each episode it's following them through these different adventures, but you start to realize about halfway through these adventures are all happening at different points in the timeline of the show, but they're all intercutting between each other.
Yeah,
Because
that's kind of how it would
basically
happen in the books.
you're with Ciri after she's fleeing her castle getting attacked, and then you're following Geralt going on this adventure, and he meets Yennefer, but then you realize, oh, and then I think it starts getting really confusing for me, because there's a character who you see in one of the storylines very definitely dies. But then you see in a later episode in one of the other storylines, he shows up alive, and you realize, oh, it's because this happened beforehand. But it never really makes it very clear, because they also don't really put much of an effort into like differentiating which timeline you're watching.
Yeah, that's kind of how the book goes too, almost.
And it was just
All the budget was put into the toss a coin to your Witcher.
Pretty much.
and like each of the storylines are interesting, but it was so confusing trying to keep up with it, because you realize it's like, oh, she's on her way to meet Geralt, but then you're with Geralt, and Geralt hasn't even like made the promise to protect her yet. It's a very odd structure. That being said, apparently that since the way this first season ended, basically all the timelines have merged at this point, so it's going to just be following one specific storyline.
That'll be probably nice.
Which I am thankful for.
Yeah, it's the timeline in the books were. I always remember getting very confused by it, and then just kind of after about reading like the third or the fourth book, I was like, I'm good.
It was like watching Cloud Atlas.
This means nothing to me, but I agree.
Yeah.
Cloud Atlas is the movie I literally got told to watch 3 days ago.
Oh,
Oh, really?
It's the one with Tom Hanks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got Tom Hanks and like Halle Berry. It was done with the Wachowski sisters.
Yes. I got told to watch that a few days ago.
It's very good, but you have to be in like a specific mood to watch it, because basically it's the same concept that I just described. It's like 5 different stories all happening at the same time. But I found Cloud Atlas a little bit easier to follow, because all the actors are basically like.
maybe you don't want to spoil anything.
Well, no, because basically it's like the base concept of the movie is that all these
This movie
actors
came out a while ago.
are playing, I guess, various reincarnated versions of the same person.
Oh.
But like they'll be like vastly different people. Because like there's you first see Tom Hanks, he's like this old Cockney British gangster, and then you flash forward into the future, and he's like this post-apocalyptic survivor fighting this cannibal dude.
What?
It's a very interesting movie.
Yeah.
There is a really uncomfortable aspect where one of the storylines set in the future is they have a bunch of Asian actors, but then they also make up some of the white actors to look Asian, and it's bad.
Yeah, no.
It is
Let's not talk
very
about that then.
bad.
Yeah, nobody told them not to do that, apparently.
Yeah, it was just like, because like there's one part where there's one part where you see it's like, okay, I see what they're doing, where you see this like elderly Asian man, and then you realize during the end credits that was Halle Berry, but that was like a full prosthetic makeup. Like, with most of the time, it's like it's just very faint and very racist. Additions in the makeup process that just it's a yikes, but overall it's a very interesting movie.
That sure sold it.
Yeah, it's something else.
It's such a good way to sell a movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of Netflix, there's a new show there called Inside Job. I've only seen one episode of it so far, and it's freaking amazing.
I think I've heard of that. That's the same. It's the same guy who did Gravity Falls. I think is doing it.
Yes.
Hirsch?
Yeah. I think he's helping. Like, it's by this one woman. I can't remember her name, but like she came up with the idea, and then the dude who created Gravity Falls is like backing up the idea and all of that. But it's basically like every single conspiracy theory that you've ever heard of is true, but like it's like
I've heard of this.
it's like that this it's like everything's handled at like some like corporate facility, like it's just a regular 9-to-5 job type of deal, and it's just like we just have to make sure that the general public doesn't know of this type of thing. But it's really funny, and I only got to watch one episode because I wanted to go back another day to finish watching or watch more, but then I noticed a new season of Big Mouth came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wound up.
I've been watching that.
I was out of the room for that one because I don't know.
I've picked my points. I've picked my times to watch Big Mouth are the points where you're either asleep or you have gone into the room to nap.
Yeah.
Because
How
I'm good.
how far have you gotten so far, Devin?
I think I only have about. I think I've just reached the Christmas special episode.
Okay, cool. We're at the same point then.
So, like, I've gone through the love bug and then the love bug turning into the hate worm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's so frustrating because I actually think it's a very good show.
It is
and it
good.
Deals with a lot of really like interesting and actually weird, strangely nuanced themes. It's also just so fucking gross that it's really hard to recommend to certain people.
Yeah, totally. So I'm just watching it. I'm watching it this morning, and I get to the Christmas episode, and Vic starts coming out and like is getting ready to go, and we're having a conversation, and then it's the scene in Santa's workshop before the elves start having at each other.
Admittedly, I have not seen the actual Christmas episode itself.
Okay.
I basically stopped right before that episode started.
Okay. So I won't say anything more. But this is like it got to a point. I'm watching and Vic's telling me something, and I'm watching it out of the corner of my eye, and then all of a sudden, just like this thing happens, and I just say to Vic, just like, don't look at the screen right now. And of course, it's that type of thing where it's like you tell somebody not to do it, they have to do it.
Yeah.
And so she slowly turns her head, like, kind of sees it out of her peripheral, and she's like, "Oh God, no! Why are you watching this? Oh my God!"
Yeah, it's a show you can't watch it with other people.
I know.
And it's just like that is a show you watch by yourself.
Yeah.
That being said, I do realize it's so funny because if you wanted to like trick Victoria into watching it, you could just tell her that Professor Lupin from Harry Potter is the Shame Wizard.
Christ.
Because every time he shows up, I'm like, God, they got this this hard, like very like prestigious British actor who's been in like a bunch of, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, he must be having a ball doing this because they bring him back every season, and I'm like, oh. Good old David Thewlis. He's so good.
It was so good.
The bit that did kill me, though, was finding out, like, because they get a surprisingly, like, large amount of, like, really good actors in that.
Yeah.
But the one that killed me was the one, there's the episode last season where the John Mulaney kid is...
I always forget that that's John Mulaney.
Yeah.
I don't.
I will never forget.
There's a bit where the John Mulaney kid is trying to relieve himself, but the poop just won't go out.
No, not
yes,
that
I remember
one.
this.
And I remember because you
it.
were there.
I was unfortunately
And thing
unable
is,
to not watch.
I'm thinking, okay, how are they going to do this? I'm like, well, how they do it is they turn the piece of shit into an actual, like, he's like a personality. He's got eyes and he's like talks.
Yeah.
And he's just talking like this and whatever. I'm like, okay, that's horrifying and admittedly kind of hilarious. But then I realized later that was fucking Paul Giamatti.
Oh, God.
I'm like, incredibly versatile character actor Paul Giamatti. Which is bad because I'm like, what would you know him from, babe? Lady in the Water? No. I don't know. Even though that is that's not a great movie, but it's just it's fascinating watching this show and just seeing a lot of very like talented actors completely debasing themselves. But that being, I also cannot. I think the only thing I've seen that has had multiple characters named Devin, and it really fucks with me.
Yep.
So yeah, it's watching that show is an experience because they give zero fucks.
I know, it's great.
I have many questions and I want none of them answered.
And it's like somebody will walk in and you're watching it and you'll be like, I swear to God, it's actually somewhat intelligent and smart and nuanced.
I know.
But by that point, they've probably left you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Speaking of things we've watched, I saw Dune yesterday.
Yes. Without giving spoilers, how was that?
It was fucking amazing. I really liked it. It's like,
You were saying it reminded you a lot of our campaign.
yeah, that was the thing that surprised me most. It is literally mainly pertaining to Chris, your character in my campaign. This movie is basically Rue's backstory.
Which is hilarious, and I need to see it now.
And then there's like, then I'm like, okay, so you got
really
this kid going to the place, blah blah blah. Spoiler. Jason, but also like it reminded me like of a D&D campaign.
Dune.
I mean,
Devin,
sure, the book has been out.
Spoil Dune.
Yeah, but there are people who haven't read the book who aren't going to read the book, like me.
Devin, this is the third time they've remade it. The third time.
Yeah, but this is the first time it's been good. Seriously, if you ever, there's a great bit I just saw because I had only heard of the 80s version, and it's funny because Patrick Stewart's in it playing the character that Josh Brolin plays in this version, and there's a scene that they show in the trailer for the new one where Josh Brolin's running across the airfield and the ships are getting blown up. And then I found on YouTube a clip of that scene, but in the 80s version with Patrick Stewart.
Oh.
And I guess there was some backstory to that character. He had a pug, which this version is not in the new movie. He does not have a pug in this movie, and I think that's very sad. But it's just the greatest image is seeing Patrick Stewart run out into this field, machine gun in one hand, small pug in the other, just shouting and like being all Patrick Stewart-y. But then it's like, they introduce this group called the Bene Gesserit, which is these old ladies that like, I'm thinking, oh okay, we got a secret society here, and I'm like, oh yes, they are these super smart individuals who influence the political landscape, but also have their own device. I'm like, oh, so like the Archmage Assembly from my campaign. It's exactly the same.
Wow. I mean, granted, it's like a pretty common like.
It's a somewhat. It's all like common tropes, but it's just like for someone like me who hasn't read or really seen any version of Dune, it is not really that aware of it. I'm like, wow, I totally ripped this off. And I didn't even realize it.
You hadn't even seen it.
I hadn't even seen it. but I also see a lot of memes already being made about. There's a part of the soundtrack that involves, I guess it's like throat singing.
Oh no.
Oh
where,
yeah.
where you hear the guy go boom, It's a horrible version of it, but it's like,
It was terrible. I'm not even.
It's
Yeah.
like I can't do that shit. People train to do that shit.
Yeah, that's really tough to do.
I'm just a pasty white child.
That name white boys.
But there's a part of the soundtrack that incorporates that into it, and I've already been seeing versions of it online that have been like remixed into like, you know, like dubstep.
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so it kills me.
But-
That, and it also reminded me of D&D because there are some ridiculous fucking names, but there's also some there's really normal names. So you got like, you know, she holds up this like needle. This is the Gom Jabba. And then, you know, it's like, you know, this is House Harkonnen.
But speaking of some things we've seen, or maybe we haven't.
No, but then,
Oh, okay.
sorry, it wasn't
That's
finished.
a good one.
You're not gonna win.
I'm not
Half
finished.
attempt at a segue.
You're not gonna win, Chris. We gotta wait for it to stop.
Though.
We gotta wait for it
Let
to
the
finish.
train
Just
reach
wait for
the
them to
station.
finish.
No, the thing is, I said there's one more thing. Jason Momoa's character in this is named Duncan Idaho.
Well.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it just reminded me of like when you guys have asked me, it's like, oh, what's this person's name, and I totally haven't made a name for it. So I'm like, his name is
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. Emily, Bernie Sanders. That's
Whole
not
other
important.
thing.
Whole other thing. But yes.
Now my segue's ruined.
Oh, what was your segue?
That was the segue.
But what were you trying to segue into?
That was the thing. Is that because it's fact or fiction or fact or fever dream?
Oh, game. Yes.
Things we have seen or we haven't.
Oh, god damn it, that would have been good.
That was a good one.
But I had to talk about Duncan fucking Idaho.
Yes, you
Yep.
did.
Yeah,
Yes,
we had to
fucking
wait.
potatoes.
We had to wait for the train of thought to reach the station, and thus we can continue with the game.
I've accepted that I have a really large spite list of movies, and they're always going to be big blockbusters, and I hate it.
Yeah, because you also hate Dune.
Me and Dune.
Why? I don't know. That's not.
Look, ask me and my 5 copies of Dune, Chris. My 5 fucking copies of Dune, Chris.
Okay.
I've noticed if there's ever like a big gigantic franchise that I am really into, it is usually something that you despise because you hate Lord of the Rings, you hate Star Wars, and you hate Dune. That being said, you do like Star Trek.
I do enjoy Star Trek. I hate Star Wars for very specific reasons,
Yes.
and I just can't focus on Lord of the Rings. I do have my reasons.
That is fair.
Dune, it was ruined for me on so many levels.
Am
5 fucking
I
copies.
the only one that didn't know there were previous
Alright,
version
anyway.
of Dunes?
To be fair, it's
I
not a
was aware
particularly
of them.
wide. There are.
No, you're not, because believe me, I had to explain it like 7 times this week.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I was legitimately unaware. I'd heard of the '80s version purely because it's famous for various reasons in like the film world with like film people.
You mean like 7 different spin-offs? Like Tremors and Tremors 2
I've heard
and
of
Tremors
Tremors.
3 through 9.
To be fair,
Oh.
you can't really relate. Tremors is not a Dune spin-off. They both just happen to have big fucking worms
No,
that tunnel.
that's actually where the Tremors came from.
Is
the,
it?
The big sandworms came from Dune. Yes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yes.
That is hilarious because Dune and Tremors are two very different things.
Yeah, they took the sandworms and then they made the movie about
Dune
that, and
is
that's where
Game
Tremors
of
came from.
Thrones and Star Wars mixed together. Tremors
Had
is
a really bad baby.
none of those things, but also great.
Yeah, no, Tremor. It's they took the sandworms and only the sandworms and made it tried to make it a horror movie.
Yes.
It didn't work. And then they made 9 of them.
I forgot they made 9 of them.
Should we play the game?
I know they
now?
made 9 of them. I think they actually made 10. I saw a box of 9.
Apparently not.
Nope, it is time for Kira to
Game.
talk about Dune now.
No, we're gonna play a game.
Yes.
Okay. Are we sure?
Are you ready to play a little game?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Are you?
Captain.
All right.
Still salty.
We've only got like 5 of these left before it's
That's
over.
true.
Yep.
And then we get back to
Thanks.
what's in line.
Yeah. What's in a line? So as usual, for those of you who've never played the game, I have 3 synopses, little paragraphs describing shows from over the years. Could be recent, could be 20 odd years ago. And they could be real. They could be shared fever dreams. I know there's a word for it, but I don't remember it. And my lovely contestants here have to guess if they're true. Or they really were fever dreams. And they all fit a theme. I always have an underlying theme.
And I will probably break the rules again by accident as usual.
Every
Chris will
time.
actually break the rules by accident somehow. Again, I found a way around it. Vaguely.
I never do it intentionally.
Probably. I know. So do you guys want your theme or you want to wait?
We always want the theme
We will
first.
always want the theme.
Yes.
I'm going to stop giving you the option.
Yeah.
Just do
It
it.
makes it more funny if you guys guess what the theme was. These are children's game shows.
Ooh,
Oh God, I'm
that'll
gonna
be fun.
suck at this.
It'll be awful, but it'll be
You
fun.
can't tell. You couldn't tell, but there was just this big wide grin across my face.
We could hear it. I could hear it at least.
It's gonna be awful, but it'll be fun.
So, are you ready to play a little game?
I think.
Excuse me.
All right. I'm sad because he burped and I want my Coke, but I don't remember which of the cans is the right can.
Smooth.
Yeah. I'm not taking that chance. Not again. Not after last time. Don't leave cans on your desk, folks, because they might contain mold.
Oh, that's
I mean,
concerning.
yeah.
Yeah. So, our first little synopsis thing is a team of children come across. I really do need to stop writing these myself. Come across a temple of the Jungle King and must complete challenges to win prizes. The second, that ran from 99 to 2006 on CITV. I had to actually go on
On what?
closer because I wasn't sure if that CITV.
Oh.
Our second one, several duos of teenagers must travel a city to collect totems by doing challenges within this daylight. Words are hard today. I can't write, and I wrote these yesterday and didn't notice my spelling errors.
Take your time. Sound it out.
Words within the daylight hours. And that ran from 94 to 97 on CBS. And our third option, 3 teams must compete for points based on chance and trivia games or be punished. And that ran from 97 to 2003 on YTV.
Okay.
So do you guys have any questions?
Many, but none will help towards these.
Was the third one? Was the punishment the same every time, or was it different?
The punishment was similar but not always the same.
Just live executions of kids every episode.
I would like to remind you, these are game shows. These are real people competing.
Yeah.
Mechanical
yeah.
question here. If I'm not allowed to look, if I know what the game is, but I'm not able to.
You are not allowed to Google.
Okay.
There's
I
no
was trying to
Google
remember
allowed.
the name of it, but that's okay. That's what I was double checking.
There is no Google allowed.
That's what I
Same
was
with the song
That's
game.
why I was wanting to double check.
No Googles.
Noogles.
No Noogles. McBride and Devin, would you like a question? Or would you like a random fact? Because you two sometimes have problems with the
I'm
questions.
drawing.
Or would you like to donate your question to
I'm
Chris?
drawing an absolute
Okay.
blank on all of these.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I could go for a random fact.
I yeah.
You guys want to choose which one you want? Fact on?
I'll go with the first one
First one?
because it sounds the most familiar.
The first one actually contained a duo of puppets that used to terrorize the competitors.
What?
Sounds completely normal. Probably didn't contribute to any lasting trauma amongst any of those kids.
Fuck puppets.
The second one was the CBS one, right?
Yes.
The second one was the CBS
Okay,
one.
can I know a fact
You want a
about
fact
that
on
one?
that one?
Yes, please.
This one got shut down for obvious reasons of, teenagers wandering around a city trying to collect things and do stupid challenges.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah, that sounds about
Kind
right.
of legal reasons. Yeah. So it only lasted 3 years before something bad happened.
Surprised it lasted 3 years.
You can get away with a lot in 3 years, especially if your season's only like 10
Yeah,
episodes.
exactly. Get 2 seasons a year,
Mm-hmm.
and there you go.
Yeah,
Three
you're
if you push it. I don't know.
Here you push it. If you're really lucky for.
I don't think you could do 4.
Non-stop seasons. Every episode's a season.
YouTube could. YouTube does it now,
I
technically.
know. Fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. So, you guys ready to answer true or false? Or you want to do a little time to mull those things over?
I don't know. I still got nothing for any of them, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Hi, Snowcloud. Hi, Snowcloud.
I know one of them.
Oh,
I'm
hi,
just
yo,
trying to think
baby.
of what the name is.
Hey, whoa, baby girl. Oh, hello, baby girl. I'm sorry, I have a cat. She has crawled from the door to her chair, looked at me, and crawled onto my lap.
Oh.
It's a good kitty, kitty, kitty.
Very good kitty.
Very good kitty, as she is kneading my thigh.
Oh no.
My thigh. At least she's like really nice about it, and her claws aren't like long.
Okay, well that's good.
She is very close to areas though.
Just like watch your step.
Oh dear.
Just lie down, please. Please.
That is not a trip to the
Alright,
ER
so-
that I need to explain.
She's already gotten a call in my tip before.
Oh, okay, well that's not too bad.
I
mean, it's bad, but-
it is in a different area. It's not in a different area now, but she has done that
Yeah,
by accident.
yeah.
But right, you little dingo. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? You have time to mull this over while me and my cat have a...
I have one more question.
we try to figure out what's going on.
Are you able
don't
to
get
guess
another
the
question.
name a couple times? Like if you're trying to think of the name.
No, you get one guess. You get one guess.
God, this is gonna fucking
'Cause I write it down.
me.
Write down your options and choose
I
the one
write
that
it
sticks
down.
out.
Thing is, I never watched
right.
this show, but I knew it existed.
Ah, one of those shows.
Yeah, so it's like I know exactly what happens in it, but the fucking name is, it's like it could be a couple different things.
You know what's really sad? All of the ones that are true, I watched all of these shows.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't think I ever watched any
I
of these.
think two of them were. I think some of them were reruns, but like 6 a.m. reruns. But I watched all of these. I liked game shows as a child, and I don't know why. Maybe that's why I can do trivia so well.
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably. That's why I'm just a useless wealth of information that is useful to no
Yep.
one. Like Tremors.
Anyways, should we guess?
Yeah.
Yeah,
may as well
okay.
just go.
So our first one, a team of children come across the Temple of the Jungle King and must compete challenges to win prizes. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
False.
Want to be different again,
Yeah, yeah.
Bride?
I got no idea what's going on, so I'm gonna be the contrarian.
All right, the second one. Several duos of teenagers must travel a city to collect totems by doing challenges within the daylight
Just
hours.
say false.
Yeah, I'm gonna say false as well.
True.
One day. This is gonna work so well.
One
I will laugh
day.
so hard. All right, the third one. 3
Day.
teams must compete for points based on chance and trivia games to be punished.
This one's true.
All right.
Is anybody?
Devin?
Yeah, I think it's
Devin.
false.
Now, when do we guess the name? Because I'm not doing it because I'm trying to be good.
Wait for everyone to put their answers in, and then you may guess and tell me which one it is.
I'm gonna say false. I'm
McBride.
gonna say false.
All right, Chris, which one do you think is what?
I think the third one's like, oh no, or something like that.
You think it's oh? You think it's oh no?
It's like oh no or Splash Zone or something like that.
Well, which one do you want? Unless you want them both as one title.
No, it's not the same title.
No, which one do you want? Do you want oh no or Splash Zone?
Say Splash Zone.
All right.
I don't think that's right.
Splash
I can't think of
Zone.
it.
All right, our first one. A team of children come across the Temple of the Jungle King and must compete challenges to win prizes. This was a show originally from Britain called Jungle Run.
Oh,
No one remembers this show, huh?
isn't that like a game?
They're all games.
No, like a game. No, that's Temple Run. That's a
Yeah, Temple Run.
Temple Run. Well, Jungle Run was essentially a ripoff of Temple Run, yes.
That makes sense.
Jungle Run had you competing through survival games to get monkey totems. The more monkey totems you got, the more time you had in the Temple of the Jungle King. However many rooms you got through, you had won various prizes. And if you didn't get out in time, you were actually locked inside,
Oh,
and you won nothing.
lovely.
And as you did the challenges, there were I think they look like buckets. I think they might have been men in costumes, but they were 100% puppet looking, and they threw things at you and tried to stop you.
That's scary.
It was great. I love that show just for the monkeys. All right. Our second one. Several duos of teenagers must travel the city to collect totems by doing challenges within the daylight hours, because I can't spell words today. Yeah, that was false. I kind of based that loosely off of survival, but made it as a show that would make kids make sense to.
I was right,
That was indeed
and I
false.
didn't even realize.
I was just like, it didn't.
Good job, Devin.
It just didn't seem right.
It didn't. That was the one I had like literally.
Oh yes, but let's put children in the children in the woods and have them have coconuts thrown at them by puppet monkeys.
I don't
Yes,
know,
that sounds completely
It
right.
was just the vibes were off.
Dude, I was a
you sure it
kid.
wasn't just
I
my
was a
ability to
child in
read?
the 90s. I saw some weird shit. That sounded like some weird shit I would have seen.
Fair enough.
And our third one, which Devin and McBride thought were false, and Chris thinks is true, and maybe it's Splash Zone.
I don't think that's the right title, but I can't think of what the title is.
Well, I'm sorry, folks, but it's time to release the Punisher because this show was called Uh-Oh.
Fuck! I knew it was I was close with oh no, but fuck! I knew. Yep.
Yeah, Uh-Oh was a game show
With
on
the
YTV
slime.
where you got slimed by the Punisher.
See, that's why I was thinking.
Oh, that's
Got
what that
your questions
was.
wrong.
That's why I was thinking like Splash Zone, but I'm like, no, I knew it was a weird title, so I'm like, oh no, but that's not quite right either.
Oh No was actually a joke game show. It was made to make fun of another game show called It's Alive. And then they realized it actually worked as a real TV game show. So they started taking it seriously.
I was like, I knew exactly what show that was, but I couldn't think of the title because I'd never seen it. It was just something that I knew was on.
Oh,
But when you said,
I used to watch this.
yeah, because like I heard you were saying it, and I'm like, this sounds familiar. And then you said YTV, I'm like, I know exactly which one this one is.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was a special form of TV show.
Yeah,
back
that
in
was
the
a
day.
weird one.
That was before sliming people got popular by Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Uh-Oh did it for fun.
Yeah.
Except I remember it was always like really, it was kind of actually fucked up.
It was really fucked up. You were physically, the Punisher would come, so you were in teams of two, and one person got the wheel and had to do the questions, and the other person got physically dragged by the Punisher into a locked
Into the
room
slime, yeah.
into the slime chamber. If your teammate got a question wrong, you were slimed.
See, that's why I asked, is the punishment the same every time? Because I was trying to be like, okay, I'm not going to ask, is the punishment getting slimed? Because that's in the question you can't answer. Let me try and be good.
Well, no, because I could say kind of, because there were also punishments that involved the Punisher throwing slime pies at you, or banana cream pies, or there was the water gun.
I forgot about the water
There
gun.
were different punishments.
I was trying
Yeah,
to
but
be,
he had
I
a
was
water
trying to
gun.
be good and not ask the question you can't answer.
Yeah, that I remember. I loved this game show. I wanted to be on it when I was little. It was hilarious.
I could see you being on one of those types of shows, though.
Yeah,
I could see you, like, winning.
probably.
God damn it.
I'm still mad that I couldn't figure out it was called Uh-Oh. I was really close with the name though when I said oh no.
Yeah, you were. That's why I was like, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
God damn it.
How mad you gonna be?
I'm mad. But hey, I'm making bread I'm making bread in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so it can't all be bad.
I have rage, but I'm making bread.
You're making bread?
Yeah, you can cook in
Speaking of
in Animal Crossing now.
great, of course. So speaking of that, last week now, my mother decided she was gonna go on a baking binge.
Oh,
So she baked me some cinnamon bread, all for me.
nice.
Just for me. Cinnamon bread.
That's very good.
Nice.
I was very happy.
Cinnamon bread is good.
I stretch.
I like cinnamon.
The bread of
Miss
God
Keisha.
is bread.
Miss Keisha.
Miss
Oh,
Keisha.
she fucking dead.
Oh, she fucking
Oh my gosh,
dead.
you're fucking dead.
Come on, Miss Keisha. Come on.
It's an
There you are, Miss Keisha.
avocado.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh,
Miss
God,
Keisha.
we're quoting
Really
old
gotta
vines
stop.
again. God
Stop!
Good
Drop my croissant!
We
We're
we were
old.
doing so good with not quoting old vines before.
No.
We lasted so long and it all came swooping back.
And you know
Well,
what?
we lasted, what, 2 episodes?
No,
tried
it
so
was
hard and
probably
we
almost
got so
10.
far. But in the end, it
Almost
doesn't even
in the
matter.
end.
We almost got there, but you know what you know what I said then? Fuck you, chicken strips. Fuck you,
Oh,
chicken
yeah, I remember that.
strips.
So
Okay,
anyway,
I
I'm
think
standing
I think
there.
that's good.
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Sauce on my
Titties.
titties. we need some help.
Oh,
Well then.
One of
We
my
need some
favorite
milk.
ones is the
Boy.
little kid who comes up and just goes,
Daddy?
"Daddy," and he looks up at his like sister.
Yeah.
Do I look
Bitch,
like-
do I look like a daddy?
Yeah.
She doesn't actually finish it.
No, it cuts because for some reason that makes it funnier.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, perfectly cut screams.
There's another one of that. It's like that beginning clip where it's like and then kid looks up daddy and then like it turns around but it's like a dude in a Darth Vader mask and he's like yeah and then the credits start for Star Wars.
Wait, but I kind of like that. That's kind of funny.
It's just like
That's kind
yeah.
of good. That's kind of good.
Hurricane
That's Star
Katrina.
Wars member
More
joke.
like Hurricane Tortilla.
I've never seen that one.
You've never seen that one?
At least I don't think I have. I don't think that's like one of the ones I watched.
Oh, that makes me sad. That's a very good one.
Alright. Aww.
We just spend extra.
Say
We just spend like extra time just. Now we're just gonna quote the vine.
Yep.
Skip here to when we stop.
We're just gonna show how old we really are.
Yep. Quoting not TikToks, but vines.
I mean, Vine, like TikTok is just
God.
like new Vine anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
exactly
It's the
what
same
it is.
thing.
TikTok is exactly new Vine.
But I feel like
And
It's
I
worse though because you can
never
go
had
longer
either.
than 6 seconds.
Sometimes
exactly.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
not. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a thing that should not be possessed by anyone under the age of like 20.
Yeah.
Interesting take, but okay.
You say that, but we had Vine when we were in high school.
This is true.
God, was that no?
Oh God, we
I-
did.
I missed out on the Vine train. I caught on when it was done.
Yeah, so did I. I never had it.
I
Neither
didn't
did
actually.
I.
Keisha, you're back?
I didn't actually have Vine. I just watched Thomas Sanders
Yeah.
and like Vine compilations
you're
and
back.
shit.
Yeah.
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 Keisha. Keisha. Mwah.
Did.
I keep throwing you on the ground for a reason. I yell, Miss Keisha. She jumps up and then she tries to knead my leg, and I say, and
Oh,
that's a just
She's
a
probably
no.
thinking that you're calling her. That's
The
why.
claws. Well, because she like puts her front paws on the chair, and then that's when I yell, Miss Keisha.
Oh yes, yeah,
Like she's already in the process of jumping
yeah,
up here.
yeah.
Miss Keisha.
I
No.
have made
Stop it.
so many things.
So many things. My room still smells like burning wood.
Oh yeah, because you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been busy burning wood.
Yep.
Burning other things. Oh, I also did actually burn my fingers.
Well,
Of course you did.
Kira.
That was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even.
What it was, it was Peach has been a douchebag like all day, so I didn't hear the door open because I had music playing, and she whipped my chair,
Of course.
and
Back
I
and forth.
grabbed the pen at the wrong, too far down.
Yep, that'll do it.
It's only yeah, it's like, it's not a bad burn. It's not even blistered. It's just tender.
Mm-hmm.
I got blisters on me fingers.
We say that my version of not a bad burn is I can still feel my fingers.
Well, and even
Yeah,
then,
so-
sometimes, considering some fingers you just can't feel.
I mean, I still can't
It was on my hand. I can feel.
feel
Okay, good.
the tip of my right index finger because of doing the transfer on the pumpkins
3 times.
3 different times for one of them. Oh wait, yeah, did I tell that story?
I don't think so.
No.
Well,
Right.
it happened on Halloween.
Yeah, it happened on Halloween.
Or well around that.
Well, yeah. So you guys saw I did 2 pumpkins this year. I did Zagreus from Hades, and I did Alucard from Castlevania. And Zagreus transferred fine, and he was carved fine. Alucard, on the other hand,
What's a bitch?
Had to be a little bitch.
so like you guys saw him, the Alucard pumpkin with him with the hair out and the tits out and the bit and the sword and the shield and the cape and everything. He was a very intricate thing to transfer. So of course, basically how it works is I have the transfer paper and I put the actual image printed out on top of it and I trace it and it transfers onto the pumpkin, which I then carve. Now, first time through, I went through I drew over all the lines, I traced over everything, pushing down, like my entire hand was in pain afterwards. Like an hour or so of just tracing all these intricate little lines. I take the thing off, and the thing did not transfer at all.
Because there was like 2 pages like stacked on top of each
Basically, yeah, the Alucard, the actual image paper I used for Alucard, I didn't notice, but there were actually 2 sheets of paper taped together because the image was slightly longer than the piece of paper, so we had to put 2 on because my parents printed it off, so I didn't realize. But basically, whatever. It didn't transfer on, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's unbearably depressing. I fucked up my hand for nothing. Cool. So it's fine. I'm able to get another copy printed off. I do the exact same thing, but making sure there is no sheet of paper that has been doubled. So everything's just going on. I trace over the entire thing. I take it off. It is not transferred, and I realized I fucked up and used the wrong side of the transfer paper.
Smooth.
So then
Oh no.
So then I had to transfer him a 3rd time, and that time was the one that did it. Finally, I transferred him. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That sounds wrong. So
That was a nightmare.
that was a nightmare. Thankfully, he transferred very well.
It came out really good, but
that's
it was
good.
just. You were not happy.
Devin,
I was
Pumpkin Pro.
I was not having a good time.
Having a good time.
Having a good
Having a
time.
good time.
So yeah, that was
That was that.
that was that.
Pumpkin.
I-
I love how like
yeah.
Devin Magic Pumpkin Pro, and I'm just here with my sad pumpkins.
I don't even carve.
I
pumpkins.
wave.
It's purely because it's like a long tradition that my dad does and now I do. So
Yeah.
You have many years of experience.
I do have
You'll
many
have
years.
to show the pumpkins like on the screen or whatever, because
oh yeah, we
they
could
came
do
out really
that.
cool. So I think there's pictures
Alright.
of them in one
I,
of the hats.
I do have to go though.
Yep.
So we're gonna end the podcast here.
We're at.
Don't forget to lick those tasty buttons if you're on YouTube. The like and subscribe buttons, they're very delicious,
Yum, 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 yum.
as always. If you're listening to this on a Monday and you're watching this on Google Podcasts, Spotify, one of the other things, I don't remember what they are because my brain is just mush,
That's
much like pumpkin, just guts inside.
pretty
with
much.
little seeds. Don't forget to also follow. I say this every week.
Follow.
Follow
It is follow.
us.
You get it right every time. You're
I know,
uncertain,
but
but
I-
you get
I-
it right every time.
Wealth of useless information. Never certain. So don't forget to give us a follow. If you have anything you want to say or want to talk to us about, or you just want to call us fucking idiots,
Or say hi, Lemon.
say hi, Lemon.
Yes.
Remember, every hi, Lemon in the comments. Lemon gets a ball.
Yes.
And there's going to be one day I'm going to say that, and I'm going to regret it because I'm going to get 50 hi
One
lemons,
day.
and I'm just going to have to go.
She's gonna have
to,
the
like,
best day of her life.
Yep.
Lemon's going to have the best day ever. I won't have the worst day ever because I'm going to buy like 100
Yup.
balls.
We should do like a live stream for like a charity or something. It's
It
like
just-
every donation gets
It's just going to be like
gets a ball.
gets a ball.
one ball. It's going to be like a video of me really angry and disappointed in the yard holding one of those giant like bags of children's
Like the ball
playpen
pit.
balls
Yeah.
and just dumping
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And then Lemon underneath
Yeah.
me.
She's gonna be so
That's-
happy.
that's-
Say
One
all
day.
of the hi lemons.
That day. One day. That day is not today.
Keep leaving comments so
You
this
could
can
make
happen.
that day next week.
It could be the next week. It's all up to
It
you.
could be next week. I would wait till it's not a shit day outside to do that.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be outside.
Yeah, it's rain.
So anyway, goodbye, folks, and have a wonderful
Goodbye.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.